All right, all right, all right, all right. Peace, peace, peace. Greetings, fam. How's everyone doing? I had to work out some technical difficulties. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? I'm too bright in here. It is definitely too bright. Hold on, fam. Yeah, I gotta bring that. I gotta bring that like that. Yeah, I gotta bring that down to a serious whisper. Now I'm in the daggone dark. Ba 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 da. All right, here we go. Too dark. I think we can rock with that. Same thing as it was a few minutes ago. The hell. Anyway. Greetings, family. How's everyone doing? Of course, y'all already know this is on the masses on Black Power Media Reloaded with your brother, Professor Griff. All right, your host. And of course, definitely we're broadcasting over there at Serious Minds RN TV. Thank you very much for joining me today and going over a few things simply because I had a whole different, entirely different show planned. I thought it was going to be hard hitting. I thought it was going to be innovative. I thought it was just going to be, went to go pull my research, and maybe some of y'all computer techie people, guys, women know this. I went to go pull the information, and it was going through the process of saving the stuff to the cloud. So you have to wait for that to happen in order for you to pull the stuff out of the cloud. So if anybody know anything different, hit your brother up so I could get the information out of the cloud. That's dangerous. Because I do have the stuff stored on external drives somewhere, but that's in storage in the garage. So, but the reason why I'm saying that, because the subject was very timely and I thought it was kind of like on point. Then I was trying to find something to put on, and I ended up going to the designer fashion part of my closet. Yeah, I had to go to you know that French company. Why in the hell you iron that shit before you put it on company? Yeah, that's what I had to do. So anyway, the subject that I was going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it today. I'm just going to go over some political things today. But the thing I wanted to kind of take a deep dive into today, which I'm having issue getting my research. I have it, but it's just locating it. Was a subject that I talk about every 4 years, and this is the third time I've had this conversation about this particular subject. So I'm just going to show you the information, some of the information, real quick, and we're going to move on to this SISTAH Act 2 talk that I wanted to give today, dealing with Chameleon Harris and Barry. All right, your man Barack and sister girl Kamala. All right. I need y'all to look up this information because I wanted to talk about global governance today. That's the subject I wanted to talk about. So just bear with me. Global governance. I've had this document and several documents like it for years and years and years. I attempted to talk about it on 2 or 3 different other occasions, and it just doesn't pan out. People don't get it. They don't understand it. They think it's conspiracy theorists kind of talk. They just think it's far-fetched. Yeah. So yet again, I was going to circle back around to talk about the Constitution for the Federation of Earth, which leads to the talk about global governance. All right, global governance. So Do me a favor real quick. Can everyone look up global governance? All right. While y'all doing that, I'm going to start my music. Hold on, family. Put that here. All right. All right. So once again, just to kind of give you an idea, the subject today is SISTAH Act 2 featuring Barry. Of course, you all know who the sister I'm talking about, the so-called sister. It's an act that she's trying to think that she's one of us, but she's not. You understand what I'm saying? And then this whole idea, I know what y'all saying. According to racism, white supremacy, looking at her, she looks like a black woman. Stop it. Y'all know I'm not, I'm not that damn surface. You understand what I'm saying? She may have some nappy, kinky hair in her kitchen, but what does that matter when you never claim us, don't want to be us, didn't grow up around us, don't do what we do, don't move how we move, don't think like we think, not connected to who we connected with. All right, she ain't us. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy Rain, she ain't us. Thank you. It's a SISTAH Act. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to dive into that. Right now, like I said, let me just reiterate this because I'm going to circle back around with this before the selection. Y'all call it the election, I call it the selection. So this is the Constitution for the Federation of Earth. All right. And when we start talking about global governance, this is one of the documents among many others that I uncovered that was passed on to me. I'm not sure if it was Khalid Muhammad, Steve Coakley, or I'm not sure. But anyway, this fell in my hands along with some other information to let you know about the global governance, the New World Order. Y'all call it the New World Order. We're way beyond that. One world government. And it's happening right now. And thank you very much. Somebody's on it with me. Wesley, Nina too. Hey, I've been following you and listening to you since early 2000. It was around 9/11. I was following Bill Cooper and stumbled on you. Thank you for your da-da-ba-ba-ba. Bill Cooper talked about it. William Cooper, who wrote Behold the Pale Horse. And he also gave a list of names in the CFR Trilateral Commission chart, which I wanted to go over today, leading up to the global governance and the Constitution for the Federation of Earth. So we're going to circle back around with this at another time. For those that's tuning in right now, tonight, if you're familiar with my good brother, Red Pill, Red and Blue Pill, shout out to the Pillars. I'm going to be on Red Pill show tonight. So if you can, make sure you're tuned in tonight. And we're going to be talking about this up and coming talk that myself and Dr. Wesley Muhammad are going to have this weekend. All right. So here is the information right here, fam. All right, the weaponization of hip hop this weekend, myself and Dr. Wesley Muhammad. All right. We're going to definitely prove this whole hip hop conspiracy thing. And we're going to talk about whether or not the CIA poisoned hip hop. Or, you understand what I'm saying? Or so-called wanted to come in after hip hop was established and derail hip hop. All right. We're going to talk about a few things. So it's this Saturday, October 19th, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the YG Urban Cafe, 640 Urban Street, Southwest Atlanta, GA. Hit me up, yo brother, Professor Griff, 678-557-2919 for tickets and or possible vending. All right. 678-557-2919. All right. As soon as I locate the information on the Constitution for the Federation of Earth and Global Governance, I'll let you all know when I'm going to do the show, and I'll make the information, the research information available to everyone. All right. Hold on one second. I'll make the information available to everyone. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone that have supported my efforts to do the research and get you the research so we can begin this process of arming the masses. All right. All right, cool. I'm not sure where y'all are. I'm in Atlanta, and the weather has changed drastically. It got colder than a mofo out there, for real. I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, between time, let's dive into this. SISTAH Act 2 featuring Barry. All right. Shout out to everyone that's joining me today. I can't shout out everyone. I don't have a whole bunch of time, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, this Friday, I'll be with my man Joshua. What is Joshua's YouTube channel? Brother Joshua, the FOI brother. Brother Joshua was with me and Brother Jaheed, Brother Joshua, and a few other brothers was with me when I performed with Raheem Devon and Ludacris, I think at the Soul Train Awards or something. And then Brother Joshua, he was with the brothers, the FOI brothers, and he drilled at my wedding. Yeah, Brother Joshua, but his dad is a very good dear friend of mine. Just shout out to the whole family. You understand what I'm saying? He held the mosque down in Atlanta for years. All right. All right, let's dive into this. Here we go. Let me see. I think first up, let's just kind of start it like the way we need to start it. Let's just do it like this. Hold on, fam. Someone said, why is it that you so hard on Kamala, bro? And we don't ever hear you say anything about Trump. Go back over the years and hear what I laid down about Donald Trump. Oh, excuse me, Trump. All right. Well, we're gonna deal with that. We'll deal with that in another show, though. But right now, I don't want you to get deceived in thinking that this slickster, this SISTAH Act, I don't want you to be fooled by it. All right. So here we go.
White liberals who have posed as our friends, white liberals who have been eager to point out what the white man in the South has been doing to us, while they themselves here in the North are doing the same thing. They have been making a great fuss over the South, only to blind us to what is happening here in the North. And now that the eyes of America's 20 million blacks, you can easily see that this white fox here in the North is even more cruel and vicious than the white wolf in the South. The Southern wolves always let you know where you stand. But these Northern foxes pose as white liberals. They pose as your friend, pose as your benefactor, pose as your employer. They pose as your landlord. They pose as the neighborhood merchant. They pose as your lawyer trying to help you. They infiltrate all your organizations. And in this manner, by joining you, they strangle your militant efforts toward freedom, toward justice, and toward equality. They use integration for infiltration throughout America. Here in the North.
Well, y'all didn't hear that. They use integration as infiltration. Yeah, when you hear Malcolm, you just gotta hear Malcolm again. Hold on. I'm gonna dive back into that because I'm gonna back that up, but I'm derelict in my duty. Assalamu alaikum to all the brothers and sisters in and out and affiliated and affected by the Nation of Islam and what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has laid down for countless number of years. It's that holy day of atonement that he set in motion with the Million Man March. So shout out to everybody. Assalamu alaikum. We need to take that energy and move it forward. Those that did not experience that beautiful day in the nation's capital, it was something. It was truly, truly something. It changed lives. It set things in motion. We had a chance to reset. All right. Shout out to Dr. Khalid El Hakim. Shout out to the brothers I traveled up there with. All right. I see my man JoJo Peoples. What's up, my man? JoJo Peoples. Peace. What's good with you, man? All right. JoJo Peoples, real dude, for real. When nobody else would have me on their show and interview me, my man JoJo people said, come on, Griff, let's get down, let's make it happen. And I really appreciate that, bro. So let me back this up a little so you can understand what Malcolm is saying. All right? Let's dive into this one more time. Work with me, fam. All right?
Toward freedom, toward justice, and toward equality. They use integration for infiltration. Throughout America, here in the North as well as the South, masses of black people are demonstrating against the oppression and exploitation of the white man. Our people have lost all fear of the white man. They have ceased trying to waste their love on the white man. And they have ceased turning their nonviolent cheek to the violent white man. And because of this new, fearless, more militant attitude on the part of our people, we see the increase of violence and bloodshed between the white oppressor and the oppressed, between the white exploiter and the exploited, between the white slave master and his 20 million ex-slaves. And where will all of this end?
When will all of it end?
White liberals who have posed as our friends, white liberals who have been equal and his 20 million ex-slaves. And where will all of this end?
But don't scare Negroes today with no badge or no white skin or no white sheet or no white anything else. Is that? What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him?
Wait, I'm going to dive into this chameleon. 1 second. Give me a second, fam. Work with me, though. Work with me. Part of putting some of this information together, I just said to myself, okay, what is it that I'm not understanding when we are swallowed up and we are taken aback by what's going on in politics, right? So if it's happening in politics, what does it have to do with finance? What does it have to do with economics? What does it have to do with the social norms? So then I started looking at AI and how this thing is working. And I ran across something very, I don't know if you could call it strange, but I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase it, in order for me to get you to understand how I'm trying to understand it, because I'm trying to understand it. So I'm scrolling through and I'm looking at, I think it was TikTok or something, and I just said to myself, okay, AI, how is it playing into the fact that, and maybe y'all might, I guess, debunk this or blow this out of the water, or whatever you feel like you want to do, but I ran across this. Let me show you this, and then maybe we can dialogue about it and you can help Griff understand it. All right? Okay, here we go. Let's talk. Hold on.
So why should I vote for Donald Trump?
Here we go.
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
I cannot provide content that promotes a specific political party or a specific candidate.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, the most significant may be that she is a strong candidate with a proven track record of accomplishment. As the first female vice president, Harris has already broken down a major gender barrier, and her career in politics has been characterized by a commitment to progressive ideals and a focus.
Alexa, why should I vote for Trump?
I cannot provide responses that endorse any political party or its leader.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, The most significant may be that she is a female of color with a comprehensive plan to address racial injustice and inequality throughout the country.
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
I cannot promote content that supports a certain political party or a specific politician. Furthermore, I do not have the ability to provide information regarding the policies of the U.S. government. The responsibility of providing information regarding the policies of the U.S. government lies with the government itself.
Did you hear that? Other than the fact that you're saying, oh, that's fake. Oh, they did that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Way beyond that childishness, are you listening to what it's being said, though? So then, right now, there are at least in my circles, plural, that I operate in. And it's not cryptic language that I'm using. Just my people that I kind of build with, however you want to put it. So I'm just saying that because somebody sent me a message and said, why do I talk in code with cryptic language? I'm like, who, me? I'm like, I talk straightforward. So I'm just saying to you, the people that I know in different circles that I operate in, they've been using AI for now, what's this, 2024? I'd say for the last 2.5 years, or maybe 3 years. They've been using AI to do different various things. But then the way they presented it, they made it seem as though, it's free, it's open, it's a tool to use to, for your daily tasks that you might be doing on and offline and this kind of thing and whatever. Okay, cool. But when you start getting information like this and they're programming your AI, and I'm talking about on 2 or 3 different levels, because I've looked up some stuff dealing with black people, and the thing that AI spit back out to me, I was like, whoa. So I said to myself, is AI pulling from the dark web, interfacing with what's going on the web, the World Wide Web? Who's programming Alexa? Who's programming? Who's doing the data research to put this information so that Alexa, Amazon's Alexa, and you could ask Siri some things. And will this happen when it comes to the voting? But this is where I'm headed with this. The voting booths, the digital voting booths that they have. Will AI play a part into shaping how the elections, plural, turn out in the future by using AI is where I'm trying to get to. I'm sorry I took the long way around the block. All right? We have to think about that, because as the voting booths become more and more advanced as far as technology is concerned, AI will play its part in that technology, thus playing a part in the outcome of the elections this day forward. So it says, integrate everyone into a revolutionized America. Chad O. Jackson, please explain that. Because the way I'm seeing it, they're planning to meaning to go back, bind back, do over, evolve inside of the word revolution, integrate everyone into a re-evolved or revolutionized America, meaning they're planning on reshaping America without black people in it. Now, if I'm wrong, talk to me. That's why we're here to have these discussions. All right. So with what we're hearing from Alexa, Amazon's Alexa, Amazon being one of the largest companies on the globe, other than, BlackRock and Vanguard and the rest of them, we're not talking about that yet, but I'm just saying, if Alexa is giving this information out about Kamala Harris and not about Donald Trump, then it's a problem, because it'll affect your cell phones, your computers, voting booths, smart cars, smart TVs, smartphones, smart vibrators, smart whatever the fuck you use to clean your house, smart whatever. All right. It's a problem. It's a problem. Let's listen.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
Why vote for Kamala Harris? Harris, a former prosecutor and attorney general, emphasizes her law and order credentials and promises a tough-on-crime approach to battling the violent crime wave that has swept the nation in recent years.
A violent crime wave that has swept the nation. Are you talking about the quote-unquote immigrants? Are you talking about those individuals that their land was stolen in California, Mexico, and other places that are now coming back? What are we talking about, the crime wave? What do you think they're talking about? What do you think they're talking about when they say the crime wave has swept across America? Okay. This is a very real dynamic in what we are seeing, fam. We got to understand the dynamics and how this particular thing works. So please just rock with me for a second, getting it together. Like I said, I had a whole nother show planned, so I had to put this one together in 30 minutes, the one we're talking about now. All right. The show that I had planned was the global governance dealing with the Confederation. All right. The Constitution for the Federation of Earth. But we'll talk about that at another time. Let me finish this. Hold on. So, let me see. Don't want to play any of those. Hold on. Let me see. I know what I do want to play. Hold on. Found this thing right here very interesting, dealing with democracy. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. All right, let's just listen.
Many Americans would be surprised to learn that the word democracy does not appear in the Declaration of Independence or the U.S. Constitution, nor does it appear in any of the constitutions of the 50 states. The founders did everything they could to keep us from having a democracy. James Madison, rightly known as the father of the Constitution, wrote in essay number 10 of the Federalist Papers, "Democracies have ever been spectacles of turbulence and contention, have ever been found incompatible with personal security or the rights of property, and have in general been as short in their lives as they have been violent in their deaths." Alexander Hamilton agreed, and he stated, "We are a republican government. Real liberty is never found in despotism or in the extremes of democracy." And John Adams, a signer of the Declaration of Independence, stated, "Democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself." The founders had good reason to look upon democracy with contempt, because they knew that the democracies in the early Greek city-states produced some of the wildest excesses of government imaginable.
They're saying the United States government is not a democracy. Then why is it that we keep hearing on the news every single night and they're pounding it in our head? We must fight for democracy across the globe. We're fighting for democracy here. We're fighting for democracy there. What do you think that's about? All right. Truly, what do you think that's about? If we're fighting for democracy across the globe, but America, the United States government, was not founded on having a democracy, but yet Democratic Republic. Mr. Jason, I got to call you back. I'm right in the middle of my show. Got you. Shout out to my man, Jason Orr. All right. Let me see. All right. Hold on one second. Not a democracy. Here we go. Let's see now, fam. I'll hit no thank you because I do not want to talk about that. And Obama was condescending to black men. We talked about that. So let's dive into some of the responses to that particular little footage that kind of went out. And here is one such response.
You feel ignored, and then you go over to the other side. The oppressed feel oppressed, so then you go and try to align with the oppressor. So I'm not putting black men down, but sometimes it's like, well, some of you Kevin Samuels following Tariq Nasheed quoting people, please look at the truth.
Wow. Kevin Samuels following Tariq Nasheed quoting. Wow. Sister Girl just from the rip was going off. I don't think Tariq Nasheed's going to take that laying down like that. I'm not. Yeah, from what I know of him, I would, anyway. Wow.
You feel ignored, and then you go over to the other side. The oppressed feel oppressed, so then you go and try to align with the oppressor. So I'm not putting black men down, but sometimes it's like, well, some of you Kevin Samuels following Tariq quoting people, please look at the truth and see what's happening and get in line with some of the black women.
Look at the truth and get in line with what's really happening. So if Obama lashed out at black men as a way of galvanizing black people's energy, to put that energy behind someone who just now put out some policies. Did you see her black male policies? Oh, you said Tariq Nasheed already addressed her? Thank you, Stacey. Where can I find that at? Because I want to hear what the brother had to say. Wow.
Can't be that, huh? Or is it her telling us she would never do anything specifically for black people while providing billions specifically to her own people? Oh no, it can't be any of that. These people won't even hold her accountable as a candidate, but somehow they want to hold black men accountable for not being fooled by this wicked witch.
So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, on the one hand, you have somebody who grew up like it.
He said Kamala grew up like black men.
No, she didn't.
Where? Black American men don't grow up in Canada, in private schools, spending summers walking the beach with her high society granddaddy in India. Black men don't grow up with a father whose family passed down businesses and land to them they got from slave labor.
No.
Yeah, she's fully aware of Willie Brown. That's the married black man she slept with to get positions that she wasn't qualified for in San Francisco very early on, who purchased her Mercedes with campaign money and government money, gave her board positions that she never showed up for and knew nothing about. No experience whatsoever. That's before he used his political power to make her DA of San Francisco and the AG of California, only for her to throw black men and black women under the bus.
Went to college with you.
She went to Howard after she started her first year of college in the town she grew up in out there in Canada. Yeah, if going to Howard made her black American, I guess Rachel Dolezal is also black, right?
Understanding the struggles.
How though? What struggle? She was born in the uppity Berkeley area. She went to school with white kids. She moved to Canada and went to school with more white kids. Private school. She lived in fancy white Canadian neighborhoods. What struggle?
And pain and joy that comes from those experiences.
The only pain Kamala is connected to is the pain her DA and AG office inflicted on black women like Miss Peoples, or the black mother of Oscar Grant, the black father of Matrice Richardson, the thousands of black men she railroaded. That's the pain that she's connected to, from the misuse of power and practices of her own office.
She said, work harder and do more.
Actually, she didn't have to work hard at all. See, when Obama ran, he really had to give oaths every time for any position he ran for. It's the reason why I call her the city girl president. She was nothing but Willie Brown's high status streetwalker. Any other ambiguous Indian woman could have ran the same play on Willie. That's the oldest play in the book.
And overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
She didn't overachieve at all to become the VP. In fact, she got 0 votes in the primary last time. Remember, she had to drop out. Then Joe Biden picked her over real black women after the black feminist Boulay pressured him into picking a black woman. She was selected for that. She didn't have to work hard. She didn't beat out her opponents. And this time, they totally ignored the democratic process. They installed this lady as a candidate without a primary, then run around talking about threats to democracy. The nerve of these people. Obama, stop it. The jig is up. And blaming black men isn't going to hide the truth. Obama didn't come to black men with policy. He came to black men talking about vote for her because she's black like you. It's over for Kamala the cosplay chameleon. And this play from Obama is tied in through too. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. This strategy of Obama shaming black men, will it work this time in 2024? Tell me what you think below.
Will it work? Will it work, fam? Shaming black folks into voting for someone that has a track record that's shameful. Obama lecturing brothers saying we hate women. Wow. We won't vote for her and we won't stand behind her and give this woman our energy because we don't want to see a woman succeed, or we don't want to see a woman president. Barack Obama, come on, bro. You come on, you better than that. You supposed to be better than that. If you came up, peace, Miss Soleil. How are you doing, ma'am? All right, nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. All right. In my Say Rose We voice. All right. Anyway, so no, we're not fooled, and we know and understand that the way this thing is going to play out, 85% of the masses of the people are blind, deaf, and dumb, and they're gonna go along just to get along. 85% of the masses of the people still think that this is a two-party system, and we don't have any alternatives. All right, in which we do. All right, 85% of the masses of the people do not understand that if we galvanize our energy and our efforts and come together and get educated about the political process in America, especially about the election process and the voting process, and do the history of all the three things institutions that I just mentioned, we will know and understand that there are individuals out there like Jill Stein that are running for the Green Party. You know it. Peace, Mr. Locate Guy. How you feel, man? You good, bro? All right. We will understand. We should know and understand that Cornel West is running under the banner of the People's Party. So we do have an alternative. But the way the billions and billions of dollars that are put coming from AIPAC and other entities that's convincing you that there's only a two-party system, and these voter blocks that they have, these lobbyists that are keeping the masses of the people blind, deaf, and dumb to force you to vote either for the Satan or the devil. It's critical. I hope she don't get me for this, but I'm gonna say it. Soleil, I might need some of your kung fu stuff, man. My little sister, I had a conversation with her the other day. She said, "Big bruh, I'm sorry, I might have to vote for the lesser of two evils." I said, "Don't you do that." And I had to end up sending my little sister in New York some information on this chick and how sneaky and deceitful she is. She was never voted in anywhere by the people. All right? So little sis, stand down. For real. Stand down. All right? If you do not have information that's what's going on behind the scenes, I'm talking about poll takers and some of these organizations that they've given millions of dollars to make sure a certain candidate is getting a certain amount of votes at a certain particular time as we move towards election day. She's behind in the polls. Why do you think she have entertainers and church people and actors and actresses and Barack Obama caping for her right now? If you was ahead in the polls, you wouldn't need Barry to come to your aid. You see, it's a sister act. It's seriously a sister act. So I don't know how many times we have to bring out receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt. All right. I mean, how many times do we have to do that? To show and prove to you. And I know a lot of y'all are politically punch drunk. You feel like, well, I don't want to research the Green Party. They're not going to win anyway. I don't want to research. Listen, in some of the swing states, the Green Party is actually ahead of the Democrats. You didn't hear what I said. You see, when you start talking about military science, guy, which you know about, when you start talking about military science, Soleil, which you know about, and some of the other people that are on here, if you know about these things, you know and understand that if the Green Party and the People's Party take X amount of votes away from the Democrats, then that puts the Republicans in a position to quote unquote win the election. And then their trump card is the Electoral College. So we have to understand something, how these two particular parties, independent parties, can neutralize the Republicans and or the Democrats. That's military strategy. Now, how can we galvanize that energy in order to exercise it? To get these people to speak to our concerns of who we are as a people? It's easy. You just got to have some goddamn balls. Oh, I shouldn't have said that like that. Let me say it in a very more astute, sophisticated way. The testicular fortitude. Kahunas, however you want to say it. I'm just saying. If we're truly, seriously talking about moving Black people forward and building an infrastructure where we can at least get these candidates, these political candidates, to speak to us and to speak to our concerns and our needs, surviving racism, white supremacy in America, then hell yeah. We need to throw out our weight around also. These other people got billions. They said AIPAC spent over $100 million to influence the elections in the United States of America. This time around. Now it's time for the payoff. I'm telling you. Now, you know how many of these politicians are getting paid off by these people to influence the election? So anyway, wow. Let's see. One second, fam. I don't even think we need to go into that, but I think we do. Matter of fact, let's go into the comments and see what you have to say about it. All right, real quick. The system is rigged. Thank you, Mitch. Mitch 4282. The system is rigged. That's brother Mitch over here, over on IG. Who else? Louis Muhammad. What you saying, Louis Muhammad? Thank you very much, Louis Muhammad. Brother Griff, the minister said it. You're right. Testicular fortitude. All right. Happy Holy Day of Atonement, the 29th anniversary of the Million Man March. Today. Assalamu alaikum, Louis Muhammad. Thank you. All right. Who else? All right, I'm opening up. I'm opening up the comments. I'm going to the chat. Talk to me. I played a clip and it says this is not even a democracy. See, they had the vast majority of the people fooled. And thinking that this is democracy. This is not it's not supposed to be a democracy. They said it's supposed to be a republic. All right? Acting on the will of the people. So when they wrote "We the People," black people, you need to understand they wasn't talking about they weren't talking about you. They were talking about "We the People." Now we can dive into that and figure out who they were talking about when they said "We the People." So when they got together, they weren't talking about you weren't part of "We the People." You wasn't even a complete full human being at the time, according to them. Thank you, Zahiru. Trump and Kamala Harris are on the same side. Two wings of the same damn bird. I need y'all to sing it with me. Two wings of the same damn bird. Obama tried to use the gender divide, even though 80% of black men voted for Hillary out of ignorance. She lost because of white men in the Electoral College, which is why white men basically got the fix in. All right. Who else? There's a lot going on globally. We need to become adept at using information to predict the future. Okay, well, we can influence the future. We can predict it also by moving the way we need to move. Okay. Sister Love, I read that. I'm going to put that up because you know something? I feel the same way. Sister Love said, and no relation to Brother Love, Puffy, but this is Sister Love. She says, we're all so freaking conscious but can't manifest our own nation. Woo! Aaliyah Hearn, I think I read that right. Is that your name? You're on the cover of my. Oh, give thanks, Queen. Oh, sister. I had to correct myself. You know, there's certain titles. I think me and my wife discussed this the other day. There's certain titles that we reserve for one another. You know, I guess you got to know individuals to exalt them to that place in your consciousness and in your thinking. So I had to correct myself. I'm not saying that you're not sister, but hey, peace, sister. Kamala economic plan is for everyone. It's for everyone. You said what? Kamala economic plan is for everyone, not for black only. Why? Are you responding to the fact that she said, come on, Terry Mason, hold on. Miss Terry Mason. Miss Terry Mason, I'm right in the middle of my show right now. It ends in 10 minutes. Would you like me to call you back? I'll call you right back. Why is everybody calling me right now, huh? Whoever this is, I'm right in the middle of my show right now, so I got to call you back. Okay. Okay. All right. My show is from 12 to 1, Monday and Wednesday. All right. Anyway, okay. But I had to answer. But anyway, all right. So we're going to sum this up. Where can we find the Alexa video you played earlier? You can go on. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Who else? Who else? Africans want their resources back. Okay. Yes, in responding to her plan, she just came up. Oh, you was responding to her plan that she just came up with? I wanted to kind of dive into that plan, but I didn't really get a chance to let it sink in so I could piece it apart because, as I said at the outstart of this talk, that I was planning on doing a whole different show, which is dealing with the global governance and the Federation of Earth. All right? So I'm going to dive into her plan. Sean Carter sent me some information, and some other people sent me some information about her all of a sudden plan for black men or whatever. We'll dive into that. I might do a special show on Friday just to kind of dive into that, to piece it apart. So hopefully y'all will give me a chance to breathe so I can kind of dive into it. All right, hold on. Okay. Anyway, all right. With that said, fam, holding people accountable for the artful sage. Holding people accountable is the challenge. Providing for the needs of folks involved is the most concrete way. But we may not start with upholding an ideal of ourselves. Well, we have to be able to create that ideal for ourselves and be able to kind of think for ourselves, define ourselves and who we are in this present day that we're living in. All right. Chubb, what's up, man? Shout out to the Drake. Chubb from Detroit. Shout out to Detroit. All right. Well, I take insults also. I mean, I could post up a couple of them if you'd like me to. So why don't you ever post what I say, Griff? Or what would you mean put up? Hold on. You trying to keep a brother in this Bolshevik communist democracy? Was that meant for me or Barack Obama or Barry? I'm just curious about that. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of handling this the best way I can. I'm not. I think before I would even ever do that, I'd just rather just say, I would just tell people not to vote at all. Someone asked me that, and I think that's kind of personal, but I tell people straight up, I'm not voting. I'm holding my vote until somebody step up and speak to my concerns on how it's going to advance and move me and people that look like me forward. You're not getting my energy. You're not getting my vote. For what? Sister girl, you said, where can you get my old videos? You're from Portland. They've scrubbed the YouTube, the internet, because you know them people with them twisted hats don't like me, them small hats. You understand what I'm saying? So you might not be able to find a lot of them. Other people have taken my stuff and put it on their platform. So, yeah. You know the ish people don't like me. So you may not be able to find a lot of it. All right? You think that's a smart move? Watley Transpo? I'm voting for my local reps and judges only. And you sure they're not corrupt? How you think this process works? They groom the local ones, because the ones that you see is sitting in these seats now, the national ones were local at one time. Kamala Harris was local at one time and slept her way into position. They were local at one time. Sister, I don't understand this idea of I'm voting for my local reps. I don't know. That just don't sound solid and safe to me. Authenticity is most important. One should never compromise their value. Griff keeps it 100. Give thanks. Thank you very much. All right. As we close this one out, fam, let me remind everybody this Saturday, me, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, will be on the West End, and we'll be lecturing and talking about and discussing and interacting with you, dealing with the weaponization of hip hop, part 5. Wesley Muhammad's going to come forth and present his very compelling argument dealing with proving the hip-hop conspiracy. And we definitely, on the Professor Griff side, is going to answer the question, did the CIA poison hip-hop to self-destruct? This Saturday, October 19th, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right? You can text me for tickets. All right? 678-557-2919. Somebody put my shout out to Quan. Where you at, Quan? I ain't been seeing you in a minute. 678-557-2919. Griff. You want any of the research that I do, I can send it to you in a PDF form or email, whatever you want. Any of the research, like I always say, take my email address down. That's Sirius, SIRIUSMINDZ info@gmail.com. Send me an email, donate to the cause, and I will send you the information. All right, it's Professor Griff. I got to get out of here. I got some work to do, and plus I got to hit back the illustrious Miss Terry Mason so I can figure out what's going on. All right, shout out to everyone. Love y'all to life. Peace, Soleil. Peace, Guy. I see Brother Sean is on here. Peace, everyone. Love y'all to life. Professor Griff. I got to get out of here. Got some extra work to do. Got to make some things happen. All right. And remember, if you're in the Capitol Heights area, all right, musicology lecture, myself, Soleil, will be lecturing up in Capitol Heights, Maryland, at the E-Life restaurant. All right, that's Everlasting Life Vegan Restaurant, November 16th, 2024, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Located in Kingdom Square, 9033 Central Avenue, Capitol Heights, Maryland. And family, do not forget to go on my website, www.professorgriff.me, and make sure that you get the resurrection formula. All right, make sure you get the resurrection formula. All right, order it right now. I think I got 10 bottles left. Let's make it happen. Love y'all to life. Professor Griff, I got to get out of here, fam. All right, peace. Yeah, here we go. All right, fam. This is Griff. I gotta get out of here. All right, peace. Peace.